Hello everyone, Crow back again with another pickups video. Before I get into the pickups, I just want to mention that yes, I have hit over 2,000 subs, but I wasn't really going to mention it or make a big deal of it. But a few people have congratulated me, so thanks to was it Izaralde and Nerox for leaving comment channels, and Jason Relaxation for mentioning that in his one of his latest videos. I'm not going to really make that much of a big deal about it. I just want to keep making the same videos that I have been making. I really haven't planned anything for and to me it's more important that a lot more people watch the actual videos than just simply subscribing. So I'm just, and that is happening. I have been seeing, my video views been going up, little by little. But yeah, it is, I have been watching it and I've been like, yeah, I hit 2,000 subscribers. I mean, it's, it's a pretty, it's a milestone, but at the same time, I just don't want to make a big deal out of it. I am, with my Crow Plays videos, I have just finished the 100th one. So yeah, I did a special for that, but that's not going to air for like another 2 weeks. That's how far ahead I am with those, and I usually only post those Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So so I do 3, so I'm ahead by like 6 of them, and I'm in process of working on like 5 more right now. So that's how that all shakes down. The other thing is, this is a pickup. I want to thank Mr. What's his name? Mr. BGK95 posted a video saying he got the Back to the Future trilogy on Blu-ray for $20 at Target. And indeed, that is something I picked up the other day. For $20 on Blu-ray the trilogy. In fact, what's weird is that at Target, the DVD trilogy, they still were selling for $35. And actually, I found that video while I was at work. And so on my way home from work, I stopped at the Target that was closest to work, and they didn't have it at all. So I stopped at another Target on my way home from work, and they had plenty of them. So, yes, I don't have too many Blu-rays. In fact, I'm kind of waiting for, I was kind of waiting for the next thing. I didn't want to have to, I had a big collection of DVDs. I still do have a big collection of DVDs. I didn't want to switch over to Blu-ray. I just kind of wanted to skip over that and wait for the next thing. But the fact is, when I was at Target looking at Blu-rays, the price of these Blu-ray discs have dropped immensely. There's many Blu-ray titles out there for around $10. $7.50 mark, the $10 mark, the $12.50 mark, and that to me is a good price to buy a movie at. Not $30, like still some of them are, especially the newer titles. I mean, I'm just gonna wait for them to drop in price. I mean, they had the Matrix trilogy, and I just can't see paying $60, $70 for that. But for $20, a trilogy of movies is a good deal. So there's that. Everything else is from Goodwill. That's nothing else from anywhere else, and this is all stuff my wife picked up. Literally one day after my last pickup video, she went and found this at Goodwill. She came home with it. It's a Sega Genesis Sega CD combo. It came with this. It came with a controller and an AC adapter. Just one AC adapter and one controller. So there were no audio video cables. And not only that, but this AC adapter is for the Genesis Model 2. It doesn't even fit the Sega CD or the Genesis. But you know what? The price was right. It was $5 for this. And not only that, but this also has the extender thing on it, if you could see that extends the Model 2 Sega CD, so the Model 1 Genesis can fit on there. Also, this is a very first Genesis that says high definition graphics, which I always thought was kind of funny, even back before high definition, So yeah, we got that, and the thing is, I tested this, okay? The Genesis works fine. It's all scuffed up. This is all very, very dirty. The Genesis works fine. The Sega CD doesn't work at all. The latch kind of sticks. I don't know, if there's something wrong with the fuse. Maybe there's a fuse busted in there. Or maybe it's just so dirty that connector isn't working between the Sega CD and the Genesis. So I'm going to have to take this apart. But at any rate, $5 for this is a good deal, especially if the Genesis is working. The Sega CD I could use for spare parts if I just can't get it to work. Now we have some other Goodwill pickups. So let's see here. First things first, we got a N64 transfer pack for $1.99. Something I have very little use for. It's used for mainly Pokemon games, and I believe Mario Golf uses that. We got a copy of Miss Pac-Man cartridge only for $2. This is a duplicate. She just picked it up because it was $2. This game I do not have. Jack Nicklaus Power Challenge Golf for $2. So there's a new Genesis title. An N64 title, Off-Road Challenge for $1.99. And a game I was kind of surprised I didn't have, Wizards and Warriors on the NES for $2. I think everything was just about $2. Maybe a couple things weren't. Billiards on the PlayStation for $2. Now this was one of those budget titles that was released as the PS2 was already out, I believe. So yeah, it's just a kind of a genericish game, I think, on the PS2. Let's skip this for right now. We have Team USA basketball for $1.99. And if I remember correctly, when this came out, oh yeah, Michael Jordan's right there. Most of these guys were the Bulls on the Bulls, I think. I could be wrong. I just remember, when this game came out, the Bulls were dominating, and partially due to Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen and other all-stars. Then we have Shinobi 3, Return of the Ninja Master. Let me just check this. Yeah, this has the manual and the cartridge. It looks pretty good. The Shinobi 3, I guess it does have the manual and the cartridge. And this is actually a duplicate. She knew I had this, but since it was like $3, she picked it up anyway. So I got a duplicate of that. PS3 title, Alpha Protocol, the espionage RPG. I believe she got this for $5. And it's still sealed. It has not been opened. As is this one, the last remnant for the Xbox 360, still sealed. Picked this up for $5. So that was one trip to Goodwill. And recently she made another trip and picked up another stack of games. PS1 titles, we have Madden 2001, and that was $2. We have, and this is still, the shrink wrap has been peeled off of this, but the top seal is still on it, so this has not been opened. NHL Breakaway 98. We have NHL Face-Off 2001. This one has been opened for $2. For another $2, In the Zone 98. And I remember renting this game at one point. This is $2, but I do need to replace the case. The case is pretty much destroyed on this. Plus, I don't want to peel off Goodwill stickers, or not Goodwill stickers, GameStop stickers. Same thing with this one. NBA Basketball 2000 for, look at Fox Sports, huh? Yeah, $2. And a lot of these look like they came from GameStop. How much was, I don't know, it's covering the other sticker, but apparently GameStop was charging $8 for a Championship Surfer. Just the Goodwill had it for $2. Again, this is another case that's pretty much destroyed and needs replacing. Here's a game that's still sealed, actually. NBA Shootout 2002. $1.99, completely sealed. Triple Play 2001, $1.99. Really good condition, actually, other than the fact it's got a sticker on it. VR Golf 97, a game I actually remember renting and thought was pretty good. I almost bought this title back then, but I didn't for some reason. But it was halfway decent for $1.99. It's probably because Hot Shots Golf. Once I got that, it was like, there's no way I was getting any other golf game. NFL Game Day 2003 still sealed for $2. And then there's a bunch of Genesis games. Bohemian Run for $2. This actually does have the manual and the cartridge, and they are in excellent condition. It looks like these two have not been touched. The case would be fine if it weren't for the fact that there's the ripping at the edging, and I think that the paper was just kind of slid up too far, and that's the only reason for that. Here's another Genesis title, Ernest Evans, which kind of looks like a Indiana Jones ripoff kind of character, for $1.99, and this has just got the cartridge only. Cartridge looks really good though. We have, this is a game I already have. She just picked it up again because it was $2. Super Monaco GP. So this is a duplicate title. $2. It does have the manual and the cartridge. Really good condition. It might be better condition than the copy I already have, so I may be replacing that one with this one. And then we have Mystic Defender for the Genesis. $2, $1.99. Again, the cartridge looks really good, but there's no manual. And finally, we have Fatal Rewind for $1.99 for the Sega Genesis. Now, this obviously was a rental copy from Blockbuster, because this, not only that, but it's got the previously viewed sticker. But this isn't an official Genesis case. There's no, you could tell it's kind of made of a different plastic, and there's no thing to snap the cartridge in. And this thing's breaking. So that might be why. No, I don't know why. Oh yeah, it might be why the cartridge is not staying in place. But it's not an official Genesis cardboard thingy. Not cardboard. Clamshell case. So I'm actually going to take one of my duplicates, not the Super Monaco GP. I got to find one that fits the bigger cartridge, and I'll just swap that out with this. And that is all. There's nothing else. So thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Help! I'm being smothered in my own jockey shorts. Help!